sure the dogs stay hydrated. So your good preserve operators that are going to get clients early in the year and late in the year are going to really cater to the needs of the dog owner.
Find game bird preserves in your state at livingthecountrylife.com. I'll see you in the country.
Living the Country Life. Ideas and inspiration for your place in the country. You can find more information on today's topic, share your tips, and post photos by visiting us online at livingthecountrylife.com.
Today's Daily Encouragement by William the Encourager, sponsored by Ted Russell Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty on Kingston Pike.
Praise the Lord. Thursday. Let's pray. Father, we thank you. Again, we thank you for all things great and small. We thank you, Lord God, for this day, Father. Lord God, we are so blessed to wake up, Lord, and to experience your goodness and to be a blessing to others today, Lord. So just have your way in this place, Lord, and we will continue give you glory, honor, and praise. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All of you hearing these words have loved someone, have done someone a kindness, have healed a wound, have taken on a challenge, have created something beautiful, and have enjoyed breathing the air of existence. Every moment you make a difference in a random act of kindness. You're already making a difference, my brothers and sisters. One of the greatest misconceptions is that people live in that they don't really impact the lives of others. Volunteers who work with tough inner city gang members can dispel this misconception in a few moments through a powerful ritual called strength bombardment. Basically, one gang member stands silently in the center of a gang while the other members take turns telling him what they think his unique strengths are, and B, how he has impacted their each lives in a positive way. It is not unusual to see even the toughest gang member break down and cry when they hear what their peers actually think of them. It's exciting and moving for all of us, not just gang members, to discover the power of good that we possess and have been exercising without even knowing it. You're tough people and know it. You've always touched people and may never know it. Julie Butterfly Hill, an American environmentalist, wrote, "The question is not, can you make a difference? You already do make a difference. It's just a matter of what kind of difference you want to make during your life on this planet. Your life can be a path of coincidence, happenstance, or luck, or it can be purposefully charted, a purposefully charted course to touch the lives of others and make a difference that only you can make in the world." You see, my brothers and sisters, God has put a special purpose on us for our lives. He has purposely built your life to touch someone. Someone is touched by your actions, hurt by your actions, or grown by your actions. What actions are we portraying? Because, see, you are making a difference whether you know it or not. You are making a difference. You are having an influence in someone's life. Are you moving forward? Are you moving backward? Are you not moving at all? Or have you fallen under the conception that most of the world try to place upon you, that you can never make a difference? That's a lie from the pits of hell. You can always teach or be a mentor. You can always help support someone. You can always support others. You can always be an encouragement or inspire someone. You can always show someone forgiveness. You can always do something in your community that will make your community better. You see, you can always do something. Just believe in yourself and know that there is a way out of your mess, and it's JESUS.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Rome, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Hey guys, all morning Jay has been going to the Get and Goes. It's their 50th anniversary. We were talking to Joe Hollingsworth about it a little while ago, and I don't know if Joe's still out pumping gas. He was earlier today. But Jay, where are you guys at now? Number 3 over by Aspire? Is that where you're at? Or are you still down at number 2 by Food City?
We are still down here at number 2 by Food City on Charles G. Seward Boulevard. Gas is right now $2.34 for another 10 minutes.
Wow.
When we get done with this one, we're going to head on over to the one on South Clinch Avenue in South Clinton by Aspire Park.
Yep.
And we're going to be there from, what time is it now? We're going to be there from 11 till noon. Then we head to the final one up by the interstate. And I heard the one up by the interstate has 26 pumps. So we're going to be busy. 234 gallon. And I'm inside the store now. What's your name?
Kinsey.
Kinsey is behind the counter. You guys been busy?
Yes, we have.
Okay, what deli specials you got going on,
I'm not real sure off the top of my head right now.
Okay. But, if you download their app, update their app, come in, you can get some great deli deals. 50th anniversary of Get and Go, celebrating 50 years here in the community. It was real neat to talk to Joe and find out all about the history of Get and Go. And this is going to be going on today, tomorrow, and Saturday. And Saturday we're going to be out doing a remote at one of the Get and Go's. So come on out here and enjoy it. They got specials going on, deli specials, $2.34 a gallon of gas. And then from here, we're moving on down the road to the one on South Clinch Avenue over in South Clinton.
Yeah, Saturday we're going to be over at the one you're getting ready to go to across from Aspire. I think that's where we're going to be Saturday morning, all right?
Yeah, we got 2 hours. We're going to be out there on Saturday, and there's going to have the same specials. So come on out and join us today or wait till Saturday if you want.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you. Say hi to everybody and have fun.
All right. Thank you, man.
See you, Jay. Holler when you get to the next one or whenever you want to go again. See you. Bye. All right, guys. We'll take a quick break and then come back and get the boys going. Where'd Sammy go? He had to run.
Hey, Ball family, this is Stir the Pearl Hen. That's right, DJ Stir the Pearl. Tune in every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. for the Pizza Express Tuesday Night Sports Talk with Jasper Young and Walt Stair here at WYSH.
Rogers Group. Who are they? Rogers Group is a family-owned business started in 1908 that operates in 7 states. Locally, they're in Oak Ridge and Campbell County. Rogers Group. What do they do? They offer high-quality products and services at competitive prices. They offer commercial and residential services, crushed stone, sand, gravel, asphalt paving, and road and bridge construction. Rogers Group. Where are they? 250 Union Valley Road in Oak Ridge and at 429 Queener Road in Jacksboro. Rogers Group. A local, family-owned, community-minded business.
Need a waste solution that's as flexible as you are? Look no further than Coker Waste Solutions. Whether it's a small home project or a major construction site, we've got you covered with our 15, 20, 30, and 40-yard containers. Enjoy flexible rental periods, plus convenient pickup and delivery. We're committed to making waste management hassle-free. Visit cokerwaste.com or call 865-320-0018. Coker Waste Solutions, located at 2305 Clinton Highway in Powell, across from Claxton Elementary School. cokerwaste.com.
All right, guys. David West, Stars and Stories of the Kaz Walker Show. Now, where's David at this morning, guys? Getting his eyes fixed?
He had an eye appointment.
Point that microphone at you there, Howard. Turn it towards you. There you go.
I think he's told me he's going to have some cataract took off his eyes.
Flip the switch. There's a switch on that mic. Turn that switch on that mic on for him there, Sammy. Aim it at him.
Gotcha.
There you go. There we go.
You're hot as fire. You're hot as fire now.
Now we're good to go.
I would say sweet as honey, but you're not.
So David's got 2 cataracts and a Chevrolet now.
Okay.
He's got 2 cataracts.
But since this is Mr. Walker, I can remember the day when Mr. Walker actually worked in the store himself.
Yeah.
Buying the meat counters and stuff. And he told a little story on himself that one time he'd had a sale on these little picnic hams and stuff. Mm-hmm. And so he had sold all of his hams except for one. And this big black lady, she came in, she said, Mr. Cass, I don't want them hams. He goes, looks at another counter, and he lays it up on the counter, and she said, how much is that? And he said, it's $1.89. And she said, you got a big one? So he put it down, said the same one of them. She said, how much is that? And he said, that's $1.98. She said, I'll just take both of them.
Call.
Bust. Dun, dun, dun.
Mr. Walker, he would tell stuff on himself.
So how did he handle that, I wonder?
All right, got out of that, but Mr. Walker, he probably
I'll just take both of them.
He give her something to place it.
I'm sure he did. That's pretty funny.
Hey, Howard, did you see David yesterday?
No, I didn't get to see him yesterday.
Well, I got to fortunately see him yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I had a couple errands to run. I had to go to the doctor over my shoulder, and when I got back, I saw a guy sitting in the barber chair down at the store, and had on these big dark glasses and like a little black cane. When I walked in, I thought it was a lighter version of Ray Charles, to be honest with you. He was sitting there with these big old goggles on that were black and had a little cane that looked like one you need to get around with. I just looked at him and I said, buddy, I thought you was Ray Charles, and he just smiled. Ray Charles couldn't hold a candle to him, money-wise. No, probably not. It was a good time, though. I teased him about it yesterday. Yeah. And hope he's doing well today. I talked to him this morning. I guess you guys as well.
He called me this morning and
yeah, he seemed to be doing
asked me if I was coming. Said, you is going to be here.
Yeah.
And
he's lucky. He got me. I was about 3 seconds from stepping in the shower to get ready, and I get up in the morning and try to catch a couple episodes of Andy Griffith before. Oh, really? That's a new show come out? Yeah, I believe it is. Just been watching it a few days, you know. Yeah, they're new ones now, right? Yeah, some new episodes. Well, you know, we just passed week before last was the 65th anniversary of the first airing, October 3rd of 1960, when that show came out. Oh, yeah. And people says, you know, that show's never been off the air. It's amazing. It's amazing. You know, the other night, we were going through YouTube before bed. I'm about to do that about an hour before I go to bed. I'll just get on YouTube.
Whose phone is buzzing laying over there?
Music and all kinds of stuff. And I noticed the other night I saw an old episode of the Grand Ole Opry where Andy Griffith appeared with Earl Scruggs on there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, if you've not seen that, you need to look it up.
Andy Griffith and Earl Scruggs.
Yeah, they done a couple tunes, and Andy come out. You know, he was in his upper years. It was in the 90s. It was in the 90s when they did that. I think it was 1999, if I remember correctly. It was late 90s. But he came on and sung a song and just brought the house down. Oh, he's unbelievable. Yeah, completely a legend.
You know, somebody went back and redid Andy Griffith with the same moral values, but update it to to today. I bet you it would go over. I bet you.
The question I've gotten asked so many times over the years was this: is why do you think it's so still watched today and relevant to a lot of people, especially in rural areas? But there's people all over this country that still watch it. And I said, I'll tell you why. I think first of all, the character actors were so good. Don Knotts, we just pay tribute to people like that.
Absolutely.
Nobody's really imitating him.
Right.
But the writing on it was phenomenal. And one of the things that I love, Ron Howard, of course, he's older now. He's in his late 60s. But he said that they sat around their table before the shows and they'd sit with the writers. And when he knew he had arrived was when he was sitting around the writers, Sheldon Leonard, I think, and Aaron Rubin and Andy Griffith, and Don Knotts. They were sitting there, and they said, and Andy looked at Ron Howard as a little boy and said, how would you say it? And he said, you want to know how I would say something? And he said it like that. He said, let's use that. And they were open to that.
Yeah, they were open to it.
But the writing on it was phenomenal. But the character actors, plus the morals on it's good. I mean, but you got a drunk, you've got other things going on in there. But the way they, Andy helped Barney look like a hero when he was a zero sometimes.
Well, with the success of like the Angel Network and all the things that are taking off right now, somebody come back and redo that.
Yeah, it'd be really nice
remake
to see.
Yeah, just see.
And I'm like you. I'm curious how that would go.
Yeah, they've tried to do some things. They had a movie out a couple of years ago. It's just hard to remake it.
Yeah, it's hard to read.
If you go along the line of the theme, I think it would be better.
Yeah.
But there's it's hard to you catch lightning once in a bottle.
Yeah. Agreed.
I don't think you can catch it exactly.
I agree.
You have to. But the Angel Studios you're talking about, man, they've got some really good stuff out now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's good. I mean, it's good acting and it's well done and well produced and stuff.
I subscribed. I've got their service, so I watch a lot of their stuff on television at the house. They do. They've got hundreds upon hundreds of things. They've went back and found what they do is as a subscriber, a member, whatever they call it, they'll send out a list of movies that they're considering putting on their network. Yeah. And then if you have the app, you can watch them and vote. Yeah. And if the majority of the folks that have the app that are members of the Angel Network approve it, then it goes on. And I was looking, there's thousands of these movies all the way back from stuff made in the 70s. You know what I mean? But it all carries the same theme. It all has, the family, foundation, faith, all of that.
I'll tell you a really good one that was out about 2 years ago. Put out was Hilary Swank was in it. She was phenomenal. She should have won an award for this, but it was a true story. And the guy that plays Jack Reacher, you talk about being Jack, and this guy, but he's a Christian. And so they've made these movies, and I forget the name of it, but it's a really, really good movie. It was out at the theaters a couple of years ago, and I'm telling you what, it was really good. It was a true story, but it had famous actors in there, and the lady that was on Last Man Standing, famous actress, but it was really well done.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It really is good stuff, and the proof that the country, that we still acknowledge we're built on Christian foundation and Christian morals is the success of companies like that. I mean, they take off and they go. Yeah. And I'm going to take a quick break here, guys, and then I got to go live one more time here to Get and Go. In fact, I'm going to talk with Joe here in just a moment. Hang on, guys. We'll be right back. It's football time in Tennessee, and Hammers Dry Goods is stocked up with game day clothing for the whole family. We're also receiving new shipments of clothing every day for hiking, fishing, and outdoor fun. Ladies and girls boutique fashions are 25% off Hammers' regular low March prices. Check out our huge inventory of ladies boutique style shoes and boots at discount prices. Come and see our complete fall lineup of ladies fashion goods and accessories from Simply Southern. Check from a special purchase of comfort color sweatshirts and long sleeve tees at Hammers' low prices. Choose from our largest inventory ever of Wrangler ATG hiking and work pants. We also have stacks upon stacks of famous brand men's boots for $99. Visit Hammers' Facebook and Instagram for daily deals and new items. Come see us at our new location in the Big Brick Building right across from Anderson County High School, or visit our other locations, Sevierville, Wartburg, Halls, and New Tassel. If you miss a day, you miss a bargain.
Haven't been to Hammers. You should see us now.
All right, guys, good morning, rise and shine. Welcome into this Thursday morning. David West stars the stories of the Cass Walker Show. You know, we're live at Get and Go. Right now, we're at Get and Go number 2, getting ready to head to number 3. On the phone with me right now, Jay Carter, and I believe Jay's got Joe Hansworth with him. Morning, boys.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Ron. How you doing? Jay Carter here out of the Get and Go. 50th birthday celebration going on all the rest of this week, and I got Joe with me. Hey, man.
Hello there. I want to say thank you for 50 years of being privileged to be in this community and all the trade that we've had. I know I'm reaching out to a lot of customers right here with this discussion, but it is so important for us to realize the value of these customers. And if we are pretty good at what we do, the customers have made us better because they're not afraid to tell us, and when we listen.
That's right. It's been pretty good today, hasn't it?
It's been good. We've really enjoyed it. I have seen people I haven't seen in 30 years. Right. I just finished talking. I know this is kind of simple, but I started as a 15-year-old sawing lumber, putting it in a frame of a house. And so he and I are born at the same year, and he's been building houses, framing houses the whole time. And we had an open debate between our customers, or me, myself, and the customer, about whether cedar or lodgepole pine smells better when you burn a skill saw through it early in the morning. And just think about that conversation, how deep that is. But
right here at the gas pump.
Right here at the gas pumps. And what are the odds I'd run into a guy that's got the same sense of smell and memories that I do? And then I just ran into a guy that worked for us 40 years, and some of you may know him, Lonnie McCamey, and his son, Brandon, and I haven't seen in 22 years. Gosh, things change.
Yeah, and we're out here at the remote. You're going to probably meet more people once we go down the road.
Oh, yeah. We're trying to do an hour at each of the stores. So please look at the South Clinton Get and Go and join us if you can and try to get you will get a 30-cent discount, and we will pump your gas and give you a smile to go with it.
That's right. Well, we have the president of the Anderson County Chamber of Commerce out here.
Oh, yeah. Rick Meredith's been a friend for years, and he was happy to jump in. And he's doing his ribbon cutting for Anderson County Chamber's new building here in Clinton tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, Joe, thanks for having us out here, man.
Hey, thanks for being here. You guys are always a pleasure to do business with.
And we'll be seeing you down the road at store number 3. All right, Ron. Well, thank you, man. And we're going to head on down the road to store number 3. It's going to be on South Clinton Avenue, right near Aspire Park. And coming out and joining us, we'll be there from, let me look at the time, from 11 till noon. And 30 cents off a gallon of gas. You cannot beat that. So come out and join us. Get and Go 50th birthday celebration.
All right, pal. Thank you kindly, Jay.
All right, buddy.
See you later. Talk to you soon. Call me when you get there. All right, guys, we'll check back in when he gets to the next location. We're going to do this up till, I think, 1:30 this afternoon. He'll be at Get and Go number 3. Then he'll head out to Get and Go number 4, which is out at the interstate. So stop in. Gas is discounted 30 cents per gallon. And also, they've got tons of other sales and items that you got, and deli specials. And if you don't have the app, download the app, because there's a bunch of specials on the app as well. All right, guys, thank you there. Sorry about the interruption, but we got lots of stuff going on today. I happened to see online too. I was watching folks live from Wild Wings Monday. Our own Shane Val's son was out there performing. He's a young man, I think. I want to say he's probably 15, maybe 16. He was out there. I don't know if it's the first time he's been on stage or not, but Shane was sending me videos of him out there at Wild Wings with David Monday night. So looked like he had a good crowd. Looked like things were going good.
Good.
So that's good.
I missed the show. We were out of town.
You were gone?
I heard it was a great one.
We had just gotten back, but I didn't go. But I saw it online, which I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Ron, I noticed that they're doing 30 cents off a gallon at Get and Go. Is that correct?
Right now, they're at Get and Go number 2, which is at Coach City. Well, that just ended. Then they're going to go to 3. Yes, so they're doing it for an hour at each store. So
That's great.
They're headed to Get and Go number 3 right now, which is in South Clinton on your way home.
I wonder if Joe would mind if I run about 10 vehicles.
He said earlier when he was on the air, bring your empty cars and gas cans. That's what he says.
There you go. I got new gas cans.
Now load them up. As you boys go home, you'll probably pass through South Clinton, and they'll be there. So
yeah, it's pretty impressive. 50 years.
Yeah, and he stumbled into it.
Has he been making the hot dogs for 50 years, or is that something that come along a little later?
He said on the first break, he said they sat and figured it up, and they have sold more than 14 million hot dogs, which is over, I can't remember how many thousand he said for each person in the city of Clinton. 1,500 or so?
Wow.
1,500.
I know my mother and father live in Scott County, and they come over to Anderson
to get a hot dog.
And, well, usually they stop by and grab a hot dog if they don't do something, different.
My wife Tracy's grandfather, one of my good friends, he's no longer with us, but Carl Kesterson, when he got sick, that's what he wanted. Yeah. He'd say, "Can you go get me a hot dog?" Loved them. Tracy, my wife, loves them. Get and go hot dogs. They're what's the word I'm looking for? Unique.
You got a hamburger, man. It's good too.
Yeah. Oh, that's true, man. No.
All their food's
good. His new place, Aspire.
Oh yeah.
Wonderful food. I've took the wife over 3 or 4 times and ate one of the best steaks I've had in a long time.
Oh yeah, no, that's good.
Great.
If Joe does it, he does it right. But he built that. He built Get and Go #1 for a company. He built it for them, and they got in and realized they weren't going to be able to do it. Just walked out.
Yeah.
And he was left with a building.
Yeah.
Had stock in it, and so he just opened it himself, literally himself, the first day with a shoebox to make change.
Yeah.
He so it took off from there.
It's impressive.
Yeah, he's.
Speaking of business,
yeah.
So how's business at Ciderville?
Business is good. Business is good. This time of year, you slow down a little bit, but
you get ready for like the rush in November for Christmas.
Hoping for the big rush in November. We're getting ready to start doing some layaway specials, and I mentioned on the show last time we've implemented, and I'm getting ready to put it out public. But if you buy a Martin guitar at this time, you're in a drawing box for a free Martin guitar.
That's cool.
So we're going to do that, and that'll go out public very soon. And got a lot of good things.
You still have Fender, don't you, Anthony?
We do. Yeah, we have Fender.
That Fender Squire amp combo, that usually is a big deal each year. A lot of people get into that for their kids.
They do. Yeah, we had a guy come in yesterday looking at some Fender amps. I think he may come back and purchase one in a day or two. We do Fender, Gretsch, Martin guitar, and we have basically off-brand guitars, well-known name guitars, just different varieties of stuff.
Yep.
We sold a nice 1977 Gibson Heritage a couple days ago to actually a nice gentleman that come and watched David's show on Monday night. So, yeah, things are moving along great. Of course, the old joke in business is if you make $1 today, you hope for $1.50 tomorrow. But just to keep the lights going, and the bills paid. But we're doing well with it so far, and I'm very thankful to every person. I mean, literally every person from New York, Hawaii, Nashville, locally in Clinton, Scott County, where I'm from originally, Campbell County, just all places for, coming and supporting the business with me.
You still have any Les Pauls?
I do. I've got, we don't do new Gibson guitars at this time because basically Gibson went through a bankruptcy and they've got bailed out. And right now, if you try to become a dealer with Gibson, it's impossible because they don't have enough workers to man the stores they already have, is what they told me.
Yeah.
But it's something we're looking at in the future.
Wow.
Yeah, we sure are. But business is great, and thanks for asking. We just we tell everybody to come by, and we'll give them the best deal in town.
Yeah.
It's right now. It's Medicare's getting kicked off. That's your busy time of year. Why did they? I wondered this morning because I was listening. Why is there a window that they open it? Why can't you just buy and sell like you do car insurance?
I think that they got to regulate it some way. And so the annual enrollment period is always October 15th through December the 7th for those folks that are on Medicare Advantage plans or prescription drug plans. It's a time that they can move back to original Medicare if they want to, or switch their plans. And they look at the plans change each year is the big reason. They change each year. And so for 2026, that's what this window's open for right now. If you're on a Medicare Advantage plan and you want to see what the plans you have right now in place have changed. Premiums may have went up or down. Benefits could have changed, and so that's the main reason. But we've got a good group at Madison Insurance Group, and we do Medicare Advantage plan supplements. We do the whole thing.
What is the age of Medicare? 67?
65. Medicare eligible is 65, but there is if you're before that age, if you're disabled, ALS, different things. If you're disabled for a period of 24 months, at 25th month, you can go on Medicare prior to turning 65. That what you're talking about, full retirement age of 67 is to draw your Social Security.
Okay.
Well, you can draw it at 62 actually, but that's a Social Security question that's administered through the Social Security Administration. People ask
but
that.
But Medicare is 65.
It is. Okay. Most everybody is going to become Medicare eligible is the age of 65, but there is there is circumstances where before that, but. Yeah, and a lot of people get confused on drawing their Social Security and taking
two different things.
It's totally two different things.
Yeah,
yes. Both administered through Social Security Administration.
There you go.
Yeah. Wow. You're talking about name recognition. We're talking about Ciderville. So I've messed up so many names. We were talking off the air about praying for a lady and
praying for somebody.
Yeah. What was the story you had about messing somebody's name up?
Man, let me tell you, what an embarrassment. And I do apologize to the gentleman out there. I've known him, played in a band with him, just everything in the world. But I had a friend from a band call and say, hey, I'm looking for a nice Martin guitar. Mm-hmm. Do you have anything? And I said, come on down. So the minute he walks in the door, his name's Mike. and I was calling him Randy, which was one of his band member names, So we talked for like 2 hours, and the whole time it's Randy this, Randy that, and finally he finds the Martin guitar he likes and he strums it a little bit, and he said, and by the way, you do know my name's Mike, don't you? I do now. Oh man, I turned the colors of the rainbow and about hit the floor embarrassed,
I've done it.
I said, Mike, I'm so sorry, brother. I do know you're Mike. I'm just, the brain's not going there today. So he just laughed. And what was ironic about it, I ended up having to order the guitar he liked in a different color. So when he called back to check on it, I called him Randy again. Oh gosh.
Boy, rubbing salt in the wound, wasn't you?
Yeah, sure enough. It's an embarrassment. That's a good story you told me.
Yeah, the one about the praying for the lady.
Yeah, you gotta tell.
Well, it was terrible. I was actually two different ladies had breast cancer, and I was at the hospital, and I had one of them. Her name was Angie, and the other one's name was Leanne. And so I had a few days earlier, and they know each other. So I was at the second one. And her name's Leanne, and I was at this hospital praying, and I said, I'm going to close, and I'm going to pray with y'all. And there's probably about 10 people in the room, and I began to pray, and I was praying for Leanne, but I was saying Angie, asking the Lord to help Angie. I kept going,
Angie wasn't there.
Angie. And I got done, and I walked downstairs feeling real proud of myself, and got in my car, and as soon as I got in the car, I'm thinking, I think I just called Leanne Angie. And so I called her husband immediately, who was in the room, and he answered, and I said, hey, I need to apologize. And and he started laughing about it. He said, we knew who you was talking about. We know.
I wonder if you got double credit. I wonder if both Leanne and Angie got the prayers.
Yeah. Both of them.
You don't think God's got a sense of humor?
No, I know he does.
He does.
He's like, oh, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's a good time. That's good. I thought that story was great.
I've introduced people, though, and events and stuff, and, man, like Ron, I'd say Ron or something like that, and I said, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Rick.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's
Ron. I've done that. Oh, man, that's embarrassing.
I was in Phoenix, Arizona, doing the International Fellowship of Christian Athletes Conference. That was a huge thing. Every athlete you can imagine was there. The only athlete that wasn't there, that everybody wanted to be there, was Michael Jordan. He didn't come. He sent stuff, but he didn't come. But Scottie Pippen, this is back in the day. Yeah. I got to meet Bear Bryant, Tom Landry. It was a big deal, and I was the MC of the musical event, right? And so Garth Jacks is a NFL football player that I knew. I knew him as well as I know you, Sammy. And he played for the Phoenix Cardinals, and they were relatively new, right? So I'm up doing my thing, and I was like, all right, I I want to introduce Garth Jacks right now with the Phoenix Suns. And, of course, the Suns of the basketball team.
Oh, no.
He comes walking out there, and he goes, do I look like I dribble? I said, I didn't realize what I'd done. I was like, huh? What do you mean? I said, I don't play basketball.
We're all guilty of making a couple
Well, you know,
of ourselves every now and then.
Well, see, Barney Fife, from the Andy Griff show we was talking about. So the funny thing about that was they never got his name right in the paper. It was always Barney Fife.
I said
Barney
Bear Bryant.
Fife.
I meant Gene Stallings, not Bear Bryant.
Well,
Gene
now you're
Stallings.
way off.
Sorry about that. It was Tom
Bear
Landry.
was dead.
Tom Landry was there, but it wasn't. It was Gene Stallings. Gene was coaching the Cardinals. Later went on to coach.
Yeah.
That's there. You go.
So
thought I'd
if
clarify
you're from
that.
this area, y'all remember a lady by the name of, she may still be around, I don't know, Susan Fisher, wrote for the Clinton Courier.
Yeah, I remember.
So when I was in high school, the notorious Barney Fife would get his name wrong, okay?
Right.
So we played Clinton, and we had beat Clinton twice. I've told this story to Alvin Taylor before, but Norris was a little school I went to, and we weren't supposed to beat Clinton, but somehow we ended up beating Clinton twice my junior year in baseball. And so they had a picture of 4 of us, our players there.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to Courier until later, but I had a guy come up to me, and God bless him if he's listening, but he'll know this story. But he said, hey, man, I saw this article in the Clinton Courier, and it's got your name and with a couple of other players, but it's not a picture of you. And so it's a true story. And so there's a picture supposedly of Sammy Sawyer, but it's Jack Bumgardner. And so I said, people told me, said, man, you really are Barney Fife, aren't you? I said, so I and Susan was so sweet. She felt bad about it. So the next week or two, it only come out like on Thursdays, didn't it, for a long time. Yeah. So the next week or something, she had a thing, had my picture actually about it.
Made it up.
Yeah, but it was really funny. They ragged me, said, man, that ain't you. I said, no, it's Jack. So to this day, if you're listening, Terry K. Wood or Brian Lloyd, we go to lunch, and Brian still calls me Jack. You get named wrong. But my son, I was going to tell you, my son, so he played at Seymour High School. The Seymour Herald had a picture. He got drafted by the Colorado Rockies. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he got drafted in baseball. So I still got this headline. It says, Logan Sawyer, Seymour High School, drafted by the Colorado Rockets. I still got it.
Rockets.
And there's nothing more important to you than your name.
Right.
Getting that stuff right. I mean, there's nothing sweeter to you than hear your name, Howard. Mm-hmm. And or my wife, she gets mad at me because I call you Howard. Howard. She said, "It ain't Howard, it's Howard." I said, "It's Howard to me."
It's Howard. He'll answer.
She straightened him out there at Wild Wings one night.
Yeah, she did. She said, "His name ain't Howard, it's Howard."
That's the good Southern drawl,
Yeah, I tell them we drag that W. My wife's name is Dawn. Right. D-A-W-N, and a lot of people says, your wife's name's Dawn? I said, no, it's Dawn. You drag out the W.
Dawn.
Like
gone.
Yeah. Kind of like saying car or wash.
There's an R in it. There is. Hey, listen, man, I deal with people. We got an office in Blount County. I go down there to Merville all the time. People correct me all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On Merville.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Howard, you had a blowout the other day, didn't you?
I sure did.
Tell me about it. It was sad. I mean, I've got to hear this.
Talk about his car now.
Now, listen, Howard's probably going to take this story and make it a little bit longer here. So here we go.
Well, I had been to Sevierville.
Okay.
And we was coming back. And, of course, you know what the tractor and trailer traffic is on I-40
Oh,
is.
goodness, yes.
So I was coming in, and I'd have got run over in the left lane. I'd run up in 80s, 90s.
Okay.
You ran all these trucks.
A couple cops here, and you're talking.
I get closer to where I'm going to come off.
Yeah.
So I started working myself over. And as soon as I got over in that right lane,
yeah,
bow. And one of my tires ticed me up.
Ooh. So you seen it go past you.
So I just got off on the shoulder and just shut it down right then.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we sat there for 2 hours, and, waiting on somebody to come change tire.
Right.
But There wasn't nothing left except the inside and outside bead of that tar.
Did it tear your rim up, your wheel?
It didn't scratch it or nothing.
Boy, you got lucky.
Yep. Well, he stopped quick.
I took it back to where I bought the vehicle, and, well, we've not got enough of the tar to see what happened to it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to show him a picture.
So they hit me for $345 for a Michelin tire.
But you got a good insurance man, right?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
Who's your insurance man?
Hey, wait a minute.
Gill.
What? No, who's your insurance agent? No.
And Mr. Barney Five.
Yeah, Mr. Sammy himself.
Sawyer's my agent.
I'll show you his picture of this wheel. That was a defective wheel. That thing.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can.
It blowed up.
Oh, it come off. It had to be defective. It was. If I can show you the wheel itself here. Let's see here. But it was. Y'all can't see it on the radio, but trust me on this one. It blew that thing all to pieces. It had to be a defect. It's a new car.
That's a good looking
new
vehicle.
tire.
That's a brand new car, huh?
No.
It's a 22.
Garage cap looks like just come off the showroom.
Wow.
Yeah,
but that tire.
It's my wife's car. She takes care of it.
Yeah, I understand.
That's the wheel. What's left of the tire on it?
Yeah, that's bad. That's horrible. You know, he was talking about his wife takes care of his vehicle. I actually have a truck that my wife refuses to drive in.
Ride in or drive?
Drive, ride, anything. Don't matter.
Wow.
There's probably a bologna sandwich in there from last year if you look hard enough. I'm serious, you know.
That's that Toyota you drive?
Yeah, the Toyota truck. Yeah. Just and what's funny, I've got many cars. I love cars. And Harley Davidsons, that's my thing. But
and drums.
But I drive and drums and guns.
There you go.
But anyway, I got a lot of things I like.
There you go.
But anyway, I drive the old truck everywhere. It's got 350,000 miles on it. It squeaks and makes a lot of noise. And my wife will say, I'll say, hey, you want to go to the dump with me and haul the trash off? Are you taking that truck? Yep. Nope, I ain't going.
You sound like me.
She'd like that better than you putting the trash in her Mercedes.
Yeah, I know, right? And ironically, her name is Mercedes.
I know.
I'm not driving it today, but I've got one that's a 98 that I drive. It's got 425,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
I just picked it back up here at B&R Automotive up here in North yesterday. Picked it up, but I had a couple of coal packs and stuff done to it. But 425,000 miles, and I'd drive it to California.
Hey, I'll drive the old truck anywhere you want to go to now.
My wife won't get in mine either.
She won't.
No, she says it smells.
That's what my wife said.
It's character.
That's what my wife said. And ironically, Ron, I found a part of a quarter pounder with cheese in the back of it that looked about a year old.
They'll do it every time.
I would have took a bite of it.
Probably still well preserved.
That's it. Yeah, sun-baked.
There you go.
Hey, you get a good car, you get something good like that, you want to stick with it.
All of my cars are old. My truck that's sitting out there is a 99.
Yeah.
My Mercedes, I was driving my Mercedes home from here one night. I'd been doing a NASCAR race. This ain't been that long ago. It's probably been about 4 years ago. I for some odd reason, I had to be up here at night on a Friday night. NASCAR race was going on. Something had messed up, and I fixed it. I was on my way home, and I got down about Holly Gamble Funeral Home, and it felt like something going on one of my tires. And I thought, I got a flat tire. So I immediately pulled over and looked, and I didn't have any flat tire. I was like, did I run over a dog? What did what was it? I don't know. So I started back down the road, and everything seemed fine. And all of a sudden, I started doing it again. I couldn't figure it out. And it was on my passenger back tire, right? So I'm driving, and it feels like the car is starting to brake. You know what I mean? It feels like it's starting to put the brakes on, like it's getting harder and harder to go. This guy pulls up next to me, and he's waving and going on. I'm like, what? I roll my window down. He says, your car's on fire.
Oh, my gosh.
So I pulled over. I was going around there by the river at that time, so there's nowhere to pull over by this time. So I got to that little gas station right before. It's not a gas station. It's a small engine shop right before you turn into Mariner Point, and got over there. And my car was on fire.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
The brakes had locked on it.
Oh, yeah.
And so it got hot.
Oh, yeah.
And it melted my tire.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like that in my life, but it did. It caught on fire. I had a fire extinguisher in the car, luckily.
Good.
Got it put out, and then so I limped it home, and it started again when I got home.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't have drove it, but I got it home, started again on the drum, and it took 2 fire extinguishers, 2 additional, to get it where it wouldn't keep flaming back up. That's how hot that metal got.
Oh, yeah, those brakes locked up on, you're in trouble. Man.
Yeah, I had to put new brakes on it and all new everything in it. Yeah. But it didn't hurt the paint and the or the rims. You know what I mean? It didn't hurt.
You see, Ron, the difference in me and you, and my wife will tell you this, where you went ahead and put brakes on it, I'd have put about another 500 miles.
It wouldn't go.
I'd have carried around a fire extinguisher.
It wouldn't go. It was locked up.
One more thing my wife gets, if she's listening, this is kind of funny. One more thing she gets really aggravated. I'll only put $20, $25 worth of gas in my vehicle.
At a time.
Yeah, I'm just that guy. You know, she fills up every time.
Don't worry, Joe. He's not going to spend all that money.
No, Joe, I'm sorry, I can't. But I can put 25 in, and that's where the buck stops, okay? But my wife asked me one day, she said, Anthony, why don't you just fill your vehicle up? You know you can ride longer that way. And I looked over as I was driving and smiled and said, "Al, that extra gas is weight. That takes my mileage down."
You're a nut.
Yep.
You ain't an ex-cop, former cop. Man, I'm going to tell you something. Military and cop and me, I top everything off. I top it off.
I can't do it. Now, if we're traveling, I do, okay? If we're going somewhere.
I drive mine until it gets empty and I fill it up. You know what I mean? I drive. I don't want to stop anymore, and I have to.
About as low as I want to go. I've ran out too many.
Oh, yeah, I'm the same way. When it gets down, about 1/8. When it gets down to about 1/8, I'm for sure.
Now these new cars, it tells you how many miles you got left.
Yeah.
You know what? That's not good.
I went down past 0 and one before.
I've not got down past 0. I don't. I never. I don't do that on any car. But my wife, we were getting ready to go to church last Sunday, and she was like, "We need to leave a little early so we can get gas." And I was like, "Okay." And I get in the car, and it says it's got like 9/10 of a mile left in it.
Yeah.
I was like, we can't even get to the gas station.
The air will flow you down.
Luckily, the Rocky Top's right there at the house. Right. I was like, don't let it run down. Well, it said I had a mile left. Yeah, that's like that much gas. It's a straw full of gas.
Yeah. My wife will look over and see the tank completely on empty, and she'll say, "Anthony, you need gas?" And I'm like, we got 50 more miles.
Hey, did Cass ever do gas? Cass never sold gas, did he?
I don't think so. He didn't have it.
I wonder why he didn't get into the oil business or gas business.
So he never done gas or anything?
Not that I know of.
I just got in trouble. My wife just said, "That is not how I sound."
Tracy, that was a perfect imitation.
It wasn't an imitation as much as it was a salute. Yeah, I was paying tribute to, like you do, Barney.
That's right. It's a tribute.
It's not imitation. It's
Ron
a tribute.
Is a tribute artist.
Exactly.
That's right.
Nothing better than a form of flattery is to imitate. Exactly. Go with that and stick with that, Ron.
I'm working on it.
Good luck. Mr. Walker, he was like our friend David. He started with nothing. I mean, actually nothing.
Oh yeah.
He told the story one time. Back when he was very young, started out, and of course he had horse and wagon, and he had went and took every money he had and bought eggs.
Wow!
And he was crossing this railroad crossing, and one of the wheels dropped off, and the wagon turned over and spilled, broke his eggs. Wow. So I just sat down and cried. Everything I owned was
in the eggs.
Broke, But then but it's like. The story is, everybody wants you to do good till you do good.
Until you do good. That's right.
But I remember the days myself on the milk farm. Mr. Walker would be on Gay Street himself. Now, he wouldn't do, he's like David. He didn't do nothing that he wouldn't ask his friends to do or his people, his help. He'd be running there working. Yeah. Mr. Walker's working in logging camps. He worked in the coal mines.
He worked in...
And everything. I mean,
he worked in coal mines when he was 12 years old.
Yeah. And so,
Zig
give him credit. Credit's due.
Zig Ziglar, I think, is the one that said it, and I've always loved this. But if you want to be successful, whatever you're doing, and everybody has a different opinion what success is, it's not just about the monetary part of it, the money. But success, if you want to be successful, help other people be successful.
That's exactly right.
And if you're doing that, David's mentored
exactly
and helped. And I use Kaz as an example of that on those shows, not monetarily, but those people, they wanted to sing or play an instrument, and he gave them an opportunity. David's done that same thing. But if you help other people be successful, you'll be successful.
David's done that with me. I can personally attest to that. I've got an ideal. Since David's not here, let's
talk about him.
Yeah, let's talk about him. That's right.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about it. David, if you're listening.
Yeah, let's talk about David, because David can't say anything back.
He can't respond.
Well, David helped. He's like a pastor friend of mine. I love in fact, he's going to be at my brother's church. If you're listening and you have an opportunity this Sunday morning at New Beverly Baptist Church that advertises on Praise 96 a lot.
Yep.
My former pastor is going to be preaching up there, and then this Sunday morning at 11, and then at 6 o'clock Sunday night, Jimbo Whaley and Greenbrier.
Oh, wow, they're going to be up there
Biscuit, who's Dolly Parton's banjo player, will be there.
Yeah.
But one thing I admired about my former pastor, Brother Holly Miller, was he always helped these small church pastors. He's always took time to help them. He's been very successful in grown churches, been a president of the Tennessee Baptist Association. He's phenomenal. He's a hero of mine. But he's always took time to help somebody that was just starting out, a young preacher or somebody like that. So people like that, but also like David West.
Like David. Yeah.
David has helped these other people that they're not in his shoes, but they may want to play music or something like that. Maybe do comedy. Maybe be an idiot and try to do Barney. Please give people opportunities like that to do that. In fact, before we get going, I need to remind folks that in November the 17th on Monday, starting at noon, David West and his crew will be there playing at First Baptist of Clinton. We're going to do that. Madison Insurance Group is going to sponsor it. It's totally free. We're going to come out and have some fun with them, but that's the week before Thanksgiving, November the 17th, Madison Insurance Group. We're going to sponsor it, and David's going to bring his crew out. We're going to be singing, picking, and we'll have a little bit of comedy and some fun stuff with them. But David's always helped people.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. He, since he's not here, we can talk and not let his face turn red,
But, he loves it. He eats it up.
He does. But, I want to say something. At 10 years old, I started playing banjo. It's kind of weird how it come about. My mother can't play a lick of anything, and she got a book and sat down and studied the book, and then got me an old banjo and set me down and started showing me things how to play. And I actually learned my first song. My mother taught me and can't play anything.
Wow.
But we met David in that time frame of me being 10 years old. So I tell everybody I've known him since I was knee-high and 10 years old.
It's true.
Which is true, And I bought all of my instruments from him. He was a very good mentor for me as a kid, playing banjo, and I looked up to him because he had done so much stuff. Bonnie Lou and Buster Show, as everybody's heard. He's done everything. Been on the Dukes of Hazzard. He's done everything. And I always kind of wanted to be like him. And as I got older and I started being in the music business, I always wanted to do a music store, really a drum shop. And this opportunity to take over Ciderville after David is retired has just been a wonderful and blissful thing. But what's so great about it even more, to give him a little more cahoots here, he's been a mentor from day one for me. He's always there. He's always at his cell phone when I need him. He comes by the store every day and suggests things to me and helps me. And if David tells me to do something, I don't question it. I do it because I know he knows what he's talking about. He's actually one of the smartest people you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
A very good businessman, a very good person in general, a person who cares about people. And see, what a lot of people don't know, Sammy, people like Howard, Ron, me and you, we know this because we talk to him a lot personally behind the doors, at the kitchen table, we joke and call it. But David's heart is of gold.
Oh, yeah.
And he cares about people more than people could ever even realize. If people knows that David cares about them, they really just honestly don't know how much. He's just been a fabulous friend to me and a mentor since 10-year-old, and I'm 49 almost now. I'll be 49 in May, and I just can't thank him enough personally for all he's done for me.
I've spent a lot of time in Siderville, and then when I ran it for him for 6 years, I was down there one time, and David's, he's just he'll pull the perfect answer out he's like Trump does, you know what I mean? It's just like he's just got that, it's not even a wit, but he's
on the money.
It's dead right on. This guy walked in, and he's talking to David. I could tell, I couldn't really hear the conversation, but I could tell from the body language, David seemed a little off-put, but I meandered up he was back by the barber chair, and this guy says, David, the Lord told me, and I can't remember what the ministry was or what it was, but that you need to help us financially. David sat in that chair. He said he did. He said, yeah. He said, you think you could have him tell me that? That guy just sat there. He goes, he talked to me as much as you, right? And the guy was like, well, yeah. He said, you just let him know to tell me, and I'll be happy to take care of it. I didn't know what to say. What do you say?
Yeah, that's got
What do you say?
That's a showstopper.
It was. The conversation was.
Yeah,
he was like, all right, David, will you just let me know?
The Bible, there's a verse in the Bible that David shared with me one time, and it was he was helping someone out. Mm-hmm. And people would come to him, and somebody with money or something, people all the time saying, the Lord told me this. Mm-hmm. So he's told me this verse, and it's and I wrote a message about it. I've shared it a few times, but it's obedience over sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And it's from a Bible verse. And David says, he's obedient to anything. If the Lord, he feels like the Lord has told him to do something. I've seen him do it. Y'all have seen him do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Help people.
Personally.
Absolutely. Personally for me too. Me too. But you're talking about his business sense. So he would give credit to a lot of it being Kaz.
Yeah.
And I'm sure. I mean, we know that if we know David's story about Kaz is probably who he attributes a lot of his business sense and learned from them. Mm-hmm. So the phrase I've learned from several guys like David is, listen to the old man. Let me tell you something. And when they do that, John Hitch told me a couple of things about doing a show one time, and he said, listen to the old man on this one here. Me being, full of myself.
Yeah.
What do you got? Or something like that. But then the older I got, the smarter my daddy has become.
Oh, exactly.
So,
exactly.
Yeah, David's that way.
David told the story that, of course, like you said, he wanted to, when he drove Mr. Walker, said he wanted to go to Kaz Walker College. There'd be something on his mind he wanted to learn about that day.
Yeah.
So Mr. Walker goes through all of his mail stuff. Then David say, Mr. Walker, about so-and-so. And he listened to everything Mr. Walker told him.
Oh, he did. Yeah, you can tell that.
I mean, it worked for him. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, you're talking about a friend. I mean, I went way back with David. I was introduced to him in his barn after I was out there visiting Ellie one time. And David come off stage. And I sat back there in the bunkhouse talking to Ellie. And David walked in, and Ellie said, David said, I want you to meet a good friend of mine. And he introduced us. I mean, we hit it right then.
Right.
And we've been friends ever since. But I've helped him. But I know one time I went through a divorce. I was having to move, everything, and I had nothing, nobody.
Right.
I called David, and he says, I told him, I said, David, I got to move, and I know you've got a dump truck. I said, could you come and help me? He said, I'll be there.
He is there, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
What I didn't know, he got up that morning with a flu, had 104 temperature. Karen says, David, you can't do that. I said, man, you got 104 temperature. He said, I'll go help him if I die.
Yeah, and he did, didn't he?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah.
His fever broke.
Yeah.
He said, I worked him so hard.
Yeah, that sweat you put him in, everybody's break his finger.
So you really helped him.
You really helped him.
You know, if he's listening, he ain't going to be able to walk in this door next week. That head's going to be so big.
Yeah, I know it. He's
say that barn, he ran it for so many years, 2 shows a night. And not the first time I ever heard him refuse anybody that wanted to go on stage.
Now, wait a minute, Howard. There's 2 people he's not let do his show yet.
That's you 2.
That's me and you. We've not got to sing yet.
Yeah, he's let me.
Now,
Well, you're privileged. Howard and I have never had an invitation to sing or play an instrument.
Call me the golden child then since I've got to. Yeah.
I've never seen him decline to let somebody get on stage. I have seen him persuade people that have come in there that maybe intoxicated, and I've seen him politely persuade them either out the door or not to sing. But I've never just seen him cut somebody off that wanted to sing.
I hope David don't mind me to tell this. I don't think he would. I think it's a good message for everybody. And perhaps he said it on the show before, Ron. Mm-hmm. But David was talking to me one day. He was sitting in his barber chair, and I was sitting in the one I call mine now, okay? Mm-hmm. And he says to me about money. He says, you know, Anthony, the money we have is not our money. It's the Lord's money. Mm-hmm. And we're just here to administer it the way he sees fit for us. Mm-hmm. And I got that right when he said it. I knew what it meant. But I went home and told my wife about it, and I thought about it all day. And he's 100% right. Mm-hmm. What you have is not yours. The Lord gives it to you to use in a way he wants you to use it. Mm-hmm. And where I'm going with this story is I've seen David do some wonderful things for people. Mm-hmm. Number one, if you go out to eat with him, you will not pay the bill.
Usually,
and you don't care what you eat and how much you eat. You will not pay the bill. And at the end of your supper, the girl that's waited, he'll evaluate it. And if he thinks that person is really in need of money, I've seen him handle my $100 bill for a tip like it's nothing.
Yep.
And to me, that is the most admirable person in the world.
Well, stewardship consists of 3 things. I use this as my personally, but stewardship, that's what God entrusts us with while we're here on this earth for a short time. We're here. And you lived 100 years. It's still a short time, but it's 3 things. It's how you spend it, how you share it, and how you save it. Yeah. And save is a big part. You got to invest. Investing is biblical.
Exactly.
But that sharing part of it is how we share what we've got.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. David is a hard nut to crack in business. Mm-hmm. He really is.
Well, he really is.
He was not a pushover to get on the radio. You know what I mean? He wants to evaluate everything. Yeah. Also, he wants to make sure you do business in the way that, you know what I mean? He wants to know you're on the up and up. It took a number of times for me going down there and visiting before he ever came on the radio. And like he told you, the first time I went, he asked me who the owner was. And I didn't say anything. Wendell was like, that's the owner. He was like, oh, how old are you? I'm 24.
He told me that story.
Yeah, I was young, and he didn't buy. He didn't buy at that time. Yeah. I bet I went in there 10 times before he started buying advertising with me. David has money because David knows how to spend money.
Well, David thinks about everything he does, but more importantly, as he thinks about it, he talks to God about it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And God guides his ways.
He used to talk to Faye about it. That's who he used to talk to about it.
Faye moved on. I guess he went up to God. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, when it comes to accountants, I put Faye right up there.
She's pretty sharp.
Yeah, Faye was wonderful.
Unbelievable.
Now, listen. Faye was really truthfully like David, the bread and butter of Ciderville music.
Well, David would say yes, and then the rest of it was Faye's problem.
That's exactly
He would say, like, okay, I'm going to do it. Faye, take care of Ron. Yep. Give her the contract. Write this up. Whatever he says, do. And he'd go on to the next thing.
He'd go on to the next thing, right? I've seen that before.
When you're talking about evaluating a waitress or someone that waited on you. So I've got a friend of mine, a lot of you know him, Jeff Haygood. Mm-hmm. And so when we go to eat, Jeff Haygood does this. He says when
he gets not so busy as a TVA director, bring him down here one day.
He come. We went. He introduced me to John Gruden last week. John Gruden was in town. Fantastic. It was so fun. We had this at the quarterback club. Mm-hmm. So what Jeff does is much like David, leaves good tips.
Yeah.
But he'll have it. He has it in his mind already. So it's $100. Now, as the service goes, if it declines, I'm taking 20 off. 40 off.
Yeah.
So whatever's left. So if he doesn't get good service, he's that same way. But he evaluates it like David does, like you're saying. So somebody does a good job, or he sees that there's a need there, he'll help them.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if you're in business and stuff like that, that's kind of just second nature. You don't want to reward somebody for doing a halfway job.
Exactly.
And then if they go over and above, you know what I mean?
You got to help people.
In business, I've always found if somebody does something good, sometimes just as much as an acknowledgement, just to say, oh, good job. You know, it goes a long way. And, and for a lot of times for weight folks, that good job, that acknowledgement comes in the way of a good tip.
Exactly.
You know? That's how we tell them.
I was going to. Ellie did not write Slow Hand, did he?
No.
Who wrote Slow Hand? Okay.
Pointer Sister.
No, they did. Conway do it after the Pointer Sisters?
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, last week I thought of this. We was at the Zach Top concert, which was phenomenal, but he did Slow Hand. He did a little tribute to Conway.
Oh, is that right?
As soon as he came out, I thought about you, and I was thinking, I know it's Pointer Sisters. Who wrote? Did they do it before or after Conway? But Conway's version of it's my favorite. But
Michael Clark and John Betts wrote it for the Pointer Sisters, 1981.
Wow. So Conway came out after that then. Okay. Yeah. But Zach Top does Conway's version and does a great job of it. So if you get a chance, he has got a phenomenal band. Joe Diffie's former guitar player is his guitarist now. I think he played for Randy Travis for a while too, but he's really, really good. But he's got a great band, and he does a tribute to bluegrass as a set. And it's if you get a chance to see Zach Top anywhere, you need to go see him. We've seen him 5 times in the last year, and I just first met him back in September of last year.
I've never met him. I don't think I've seen him live. I know who he is, but
I like him.
He's the real deal. We're playing him on Merle.
This new album he's got out is really, really good. But he's really good. He grew up on Keith Whitley, George Jones, Merle Haggard, those type of singers, and he is his background is bluegrass. But he's 27 years old now. You get a chance to go see this guy. He sold out Thompson Bowling last week, and he'll be the one. He's a lot better than the other new artists around, I think. But he does a great show, but he's humble about it. When he set up over at the fair last year, they came in that day. He set up the equipment. He broke it down.
He sounds like a drummer.
He sounds like me.
Yeah, there you go.
He stood around and signed and took pictures until everybody was done.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something.
That, but,
I don't ever get to do that. I just get to do the work for him.
I've talked to hundreds, I don't know, maybe even more than that, of young artists over the last my years in radio since 1979. And when I was out west at Buck Owens, when I worked for Buck KNIX, I got to meet anybody that was big from 1985 to 1990 came into that radio station.
Yeah.
I got to meet them. But I have always thought that these young folks that are coming up in the industry, and I don't know why some of them don't, but I don't care if you have to stay there for 7 hours. I'd stay.
Same.
And I remember this when it happened. Not that I was told about it, but I had a conversation with Garth Brooks about this. But I remember when this happened because people were talking about it. When he went to the very first ever fanfare that he ever got invited to, very first, I don't even think his record was out yet, or maybe it had just come out. It was new. Do you know that he sat and signed for more than 24 hours at fanfare? He did. I mean, he got up and used the bathroom and came back, but he was there, I think, for 26 hours.
Jeez.
But he sat there, and until every single person in the line to meet him. And I said then, you know, that'll have mileage to it. Watch and see.
It sure will.
And then the first time that I got to meet him, he literally called, not him, but somebody called the radio station and asked for me, and I got on the phone, and they said he was going to be here for 5 nights. It was when he did his tour, had Thompson Bowling for 5 nights, and they said, this was Friday. He had just done Thursday, had Kim, Dean Dillon, and those guys up on the stage with him on Thursday, and I was going to go on Friday. And so, I was going to go on Saturday, I'm sorry, and this was Friday. And Friday about 2:30 in the afternoon, phone rings, and it's somebody from his office says, hey, Garth wants to know if you're coming to the show tonight. And I said, no, I'm planning on coming tomorrow night. And they said, well, he'd like to meet you if you could come tonight. And I said, well, I could come tonight. So,
Stop on a fence.
Yeah.
I was going to mow the grass.
I said, I can come tonight. That ain't a problem. And we had a bunch of tickets, so it didn't matter. I had tickets. So I piled up and went. And I was late. You know what I mean? Because I had to make all arrangements, and they wanted me to be there at 6 o'clock to meet him. I hadn't left here at 6 o'clock. And so I was calling. He said, don't worry, he'll wait on you.
No, that's awesome.
So I'm not kidding. When I got there, opening act was on stage. And so I was like, it was just now getting started. So I was like, this guy met us at the door, Chris. He don't work for him anymore, but he used to work for him. He met me at the door because he's on the phone. He's like, where are you at? What door are you coming in? Met us at the door, walked us straight back to his dressing room, brought me straight back there, sat down, and Garth was already there. Introduced me, sat down, and then his wife came in. Trish Yearwood came in and said, we're talking. And I look, and it's like 8:20, right? And so I'm like, aren't you supposed to go on? When are you supposed to go on today? He said, they'll wait. I said, they'll wait. And I can't remember the little girl's name that was out there open. And he said, the more time she gets, the better off she is. She likes it. But he sat there and talked. We talked about, he had went out to Farragut and watched the football team practice. So he was talking about the football team. I mean, I don't know. I told him that day, I said, you know what? I was working at KNAX when you did that. And I said, we had a conversation at our radio station about nobody else had ever done anything like that I knew of. That Buddy Allen Owens didn't know of anybody that did it. Buck didn't know anybody that did it. Michael didn't. That's royalty in country music. Sure. They'd never seen anybody set for 26, 27 hours signing stuff. For one, they'd never seen anybody come out that was brand new that many people wanted to see. Yeah. And if they did, usually that went to the artist's head right quick, and after 45 minutes they were gone. And I told him that, and then he told me the story about how Buck Owens called him when he won all those awards, which is right there all in the same time frame. That first award show, called him at his hotel room and told him, get your masters, buy your masters. And he said, I didn't even really know what he was talking about till he told me that you're going to take off, you're going to do good, you've got momentum because of all this stuff that you wore to negotiate with your record company. So Garth made that deal on his first album to own all of his own masters and all of his own music, which
is great.
It's the difference between being ultra wealthy and touring when you're 85 years old to still be alive, because he owns all of his masters. It's like Taylor Swift. She didn't own her first masters. That's why she's went back and re-recorded. I think she just got them like 2 months ago. She just got her old, but she went back and re-recorded every single record, every single song, because Scott Bruschetta owned all of her, all of her first ones. So yeah, I said, well, we had a conversation about it. He said, well, I had a conversation with Mr. Owens too, but mine was a little different. He told me to keep my masters. And so I just say this to anybody, whether it's Graylin or anybody asks me, I just said, if you have a fan, I don't care how tired and how mad, you might have just had a fight with your girlfriend, whatever it is, stop.
You take care of business.
Take care of those people, because that's your business line. I mean, that's it. If they don't like you, and if you're mean to them, they will tell 1,000 more people than if you're nice to them.
Well, as we joke and say, the news is not made up of rainbows.
Well, you know.
Watch it to hear the other side of the news.
You know, if somebody comes into Ciderville and they leave and they're mad, they will tell 1,000 more people than if you give them a free guitar.
Exactly. That's kind of our motto there. Even I want to throw in a plug, real quick for our guitar tech, Scott Ravel.
One day I'm just going to bring my guitar here and leave it so that I can give it to you to get to him to fix.
Yeah, Scott's like me about business. That's why we're a pretty good team down there. He, if it's 5 o'clock and the door's shutting and somebody's in the parking lot, we don't shut the door on them and tell them to come back tomorrow. We'll stay until 8 o'clock that night. We don't care. We want good customer service, friendly service, just like David had it all those years. And to me, that in business, like Garth did, taking time to sign everybody in line stuff is just good business.
Well, we probably told on the radio before, but it don't hurt to tell it again. David WYSH had soup day for 13 years.
Exactly.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Of course, Faye was the money. She said,
Faye and Rhonda.
said, Davidson, do you realize how much money that's cost you? I said, no, man, no, it's it belongs to the Lord. I'm just using these. Tell me what to do with it, and that's what I'm doing with it.
He is feeding people.
I showed this appreciation for his customers.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
I was out the other day, Anthony, and you got a acoustic Gretchen, and one of our good friends ended up buying it.
Yeah, Mike.
Thanks, you talking about a good sounding guitar.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. Mike strummed it. Said, I think I'll take that one.
I got to the beach. I've got an old, what is it, D7? What's a cheap Martin's? DM? I can't remember, but I've got one of the old cheap ones.
Yeah, one of the older ones.
It's like, I think it was, when I got it, it was like $600-700. So it was, now they're priced $900. But you know what I'm talking about, the low end ones. And I take that one like to the boat or to the beach or whatever when I go. And I forgot. I didn't take it this time. So I went and bought like $100 guitar.
Right.
As I went to a pawn shop.
Just grabbed a guitar.
And I said, just give me that one, $99. And the guy said, look, that's used. And he showed it to me. He's like, I can sell you this new one for $100. And I was like, give me the $100.
Give me the $100. Yeah.
It'd been a long time since I played something, an acoustic outside of a Martin.
Yeah.
It'd probably been 20 years since I played an acoustic.
And it's a big difference.
Oh, my gosh. My fingers.
It's a big difference,
Well, too, Anthony's got which David, he carried it too. But a lot of the starter stuff takes on the road with them instead of taking their high dollar Martins, is that Crossroads guitar.
Oh, goodness, yeah. We've got a Crossroad guitar that's just absolutely wonderful. It's wonderful, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
It's wonderful guitar. The quality's great. The sound is magnificent. It feels good. It plays good. And, I mean, even with the cheap strings out of the box.
How much are those?
Man, we can put you in one for $500 out the door.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely fantastic smoking guitar.
That's what David said.
And they're pretty. They're very beautiful. They're very pretty.
Straight acoustic or acoustic electric, either one.
Yeah, we can do an electric in it as well.
Everything in them, so.
Yeah. We've got good deals. We've got good stuff.
I'm telling you, one of these days, you're going to have to get me a Johnny Cash.
I've got it coming in, Ron.
Hush. You got the big one coming in.
I've got the big Mac Daddy coming in.
What is that? $5 grand, $4 grand, $6 grand? Something?
We got the best deals in town, but I think on the book it's technically $52.99.
Yeah, I know. If my wife's listening right now, I can hear my phone's going to start ringing.
She's getting gas. She's getting gas at Joe Hollinsworth.
Yeah, she's getting gas 30% off at the get-go.
Tracy. Yeah, now look. Here's how this works, Ron. You go home and tell her you're going to buy this guitar, but she saved a lot of money today on gas.
That's it.
That's right.
Boys, I tell you what, if I spend $5,000 on a guitar, somebody else will be doing this show because she'll wring my neck.
Well, we won't tell her how much. If you got $50, I'm pretty bribable on that.
Well, see, I can tell you a quick way around this, because if something costs a little much, I'll just say, well, I bartered it.
Yeah, there you go.
Part of it, which is not a fib. It might have just been a small part of it.
All you got to do is pacify or say, it was on sale.
Yeah, it was on sale.
I don't think that works going backward. You know, that works with women, but I've never seen that work going backward.
It was on sale, and I saved $100. No, not technically.
Here's the thing. I think
$1,000.
Here's the thing with men and women. And one time we had this conversation. I can't remember what it was that she bought, but I fussed about it. And it was like $23. And then I turned around and bought an Omega watch, maybe 2 years later. And she was like, I could have bought like 40 of those things for what that Omega watch cost.
A good subject to talk about real quick. Do you guys have the problem with the FedEx truck delivering every day at your house?
No, I live a mile from Amazon. I've got an Amazon delivery several times during the day.
If the Amazon driver don't come to my house once a day, he calls to see if I'm okay.
Yeah, he calls.
Yeah, he's like, hey, Ron, is Tracy still okay? Because I didn't have any packages today.
Exactly.
So I have a daughter-in-law that's one of those social media influencers. They call them. She's done really well, and she's really good.
Well, get her to influence about the radio station.
Jen for Life. I'll do it.
Okay.
Jen for Life.
There you go.
But she's on the Twilly D and Conway Twitty, I call it.
I don't even know what any of that
Conway
stuff
Twitty
is.
X or whatever.
Okay.
But, what's the one they do now? The Tic Tac.
Yeah.
TikTok.
But anyway, so she has deliveries all throughout the day. They send her stuff for free, and she advertises for them. Influencer.
Yeah.
So she has drinks, waters, stuff out and stuff for delivery people. Right. And they love it. They come to her house. She's got a camera there so she can see it.
Yeah.
But it's phenomenal.
Hey, I know my Walmart delivery guy by name, Gustavo. Yeah, Tracy was talking to him the other day. She was like, "We only have trouble when you get our groceries, Gustavo." And he was like, because sometimes he'll text and say, "Oh, this is out of stock." She'll say, "No, it's not."
You know, Ron, it's funny you to mention that.
No, is Gustavo deliver your groceries?
No, I don't know that guy. But I did not know Walmart delivered groceries, right?
Oh, Lord.
So I came home one day. This is actually not long ago. I mean, I guess I'm in way back in the years here, but I come home and we had all these groceries. And Mercedes told me how much she spent, and I about passed out. I didn't know groceries were that much. I hadn't been to a grocery store. But anyway, long story short, I walked around a minute and I thought, well, I just talked to you, and you
When did you go get?
And I talked to you about an hour ago, and you were here. I said, babe, when did you go grocery shopping? And she said, I didn't. Yeah. And I said, well, how did we get groceries? Walmart delivered them. Mm-hmm. I said, what did that cost to deliver them? Well, she has, I guess, an account where it's nothing.
Well, you subscribe. It's $98 a year.
Or whatnot. She didn't tell me that part. I just called her.
$98 a year.
Now I can spend $98.
There you go. But they'll deliver free as long as you spend over, I think it's $35. And you tip the driver.
Well, that was completely amazing, though. So the other night they delivered again, and I love it.
Oh, you can... They've been to my house 3 times in a day before. I'm not kidding.
There yet.
I'm not kidding. It'd be like, I forgot soda and bread or whatever. You just put it in. Bloop. If it's $35, they bring it out.
I'm literally going to have to redo my driveway over the getting wore out with Amazon FedEx. Yeah.
Getting the groceries ordered is the best thing in the world because you don't graze when you're at the grocery store. Pick up stuff you don't need. You just order.
You're right on that.
And I don't know. It saves a lot of time. They say it saves money. I don't know if it saves a whole lot of money, but it sure saves time.
Time's money to me.
And when I started doing it I'll never forget when I got divorced. Was right at COVID, and I hadn't done any grocery shopping. And I walk into a Walmart, and there's tape on the floors and people in masks, and they're telling you which way to go. Felt like the air conditioning wasn't working. By the time I got food for me and the boys and got to the counter, I was sweating.
Yeah.
The little guy behind the counter, he said, "Do you like a glass of water or a bottle of water?" I said, "Yeah." Reached around and got a bottle of water out of one of them little things. I said, "I'll never do this again, ever. I'm not doing it." And I looked, found it, signed up. And so for the last 6 years, 5-6 years, that's what I've been doing. Just push it. Well, Tracy does it. She picks what we want.
I was just behind times. I mean, I had no clue.
My mom talks about it all the time because she'll spend 2 hours a week grocery shopping, and then she always complains because she buys stuff. And I said, just get the app. Push the button of what you want. They'll bring it and set it on your front porch.
That's pretty cool.
They bring it at the condo. When I'm at my condo, I'm on the 12th floor. They bring it right up, knock on the door, and leave it there for you.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's
spoiled. You boys are spoiled.
Yeah, we're spoiled.
I grew up going to Archer's Food Market in North.
I grew up doing the same thing. I ain't spoiled. I'm just lazy. Big difference. I'm not spoiled. Because Tracy says, I would like to go to the grocery store. Like, well, you can go, but I ain't going.
I hate going.
I don't want to go.
Horrible. And what gets you just really mad is when you pay the bill. It just, when you see what little bit of stuff you've got in a bag and you see the bill.
Yeah.
It just really gets to you. It's like, man, where's times went? It's ridiculously out of whack.
Yep. It's getting there.
But it is what it is.
What else we got before we go? Anything, anywhere, anytime soon?
David, have anything coming up?
David's got a show, and I don't remember exactly what day it is. I think it's in November.
Yeah, well, the 17th.
That's the 17th. That one he's doing the First Baptist.
One at Fairview Baptist Church.
Okay.
Up in Corrington.
Okay.
So
we'll make sure they on the 17th.
Yeah.
And then they got.
I don't remember what day it was.
I'll have more about this when we get a little closer. But Faith on Wheels' first annual car and truck show is coming up November 2nd through the 6th. It's going to be at Second Baptist Church, 777 Public Safety Lane. Vendors can set up for $15, free giveaways, food, bounce houses, lots of other stuff. I guess if you got a car, you just take it down there and you can sign it up day of November 2nd through November 1st, 2nd. November 1st, 2nd through the 6th. That doesn't make sense, does that? November 1st, 2nd through the 6th. No, November 1st, 2 to 6 p.m. I bet you what that means.
There you go.
There we go.
We set up for 5 days.
That's crazy. November 1st.
Yeah, John Martin dropped that off for folks from Second Baptist.
There you go.
Yeah.
So that's the time, 2 to 6. All right, I got it.
Ciderville.
We just ask everybody to come down to Ciderville for the best deals in town.
Christmas times are coming.
Santa Claus is on his way, brother.
There you go.
And the more he can haul from Ciderville, the happier we are.
There you go.
Yeah.
Make your Christmas good, doesn't it?
And guitar repair, Scott Ravel, Ciderville Music.
Good.
We appreciate the support for him, too.
All right.
All right,
and then
guys.
Just remember, November 17th, we'll have David up at First Baptist Church. And if you need any help with your Medicare stuff, give me a call.
Call Sammy.
865-407-5011.
5011. It's easy to remember.
Ron, last question from me.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot to ask this up front. It's too late now. We can't do anything about it, but I've got to know.
Okay.
How was mine and Sammy's hair today on the show?
Perfect.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I'm saving money. I'm saving money on haircuts. My wife buzzes it every
Nobody's cut my hair in 20 years but me. I cut my own hair.
You know, I cut my own hair too.
You got a head of hair.
I got a head of hair. I just sometimes Tracy will trim the back of it for me if I ask her to, but I can even trim the back.
That's a sore subject.
I know it's sore for me in the
hair sitting over here with a head full of hair. 110 years old. He's got a head of hair.
I hate you're half bald.
No, I'm bald. I just ain't shaved it.
I just always worry about my hair when I'm on TV.
It looks good.
Yeah, but
you boys all look like movie stars.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you for letting us come on here.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And love David West, and we're going to hopefully get to see him here in just a little bit.
Oh, we'll hear about it. Somebody gonna tell him all the lies we've told about him today.
His head's real big today. We're gonna know he's listening to the radio.
We'll humble him down here in just a little bit.
Yeah, we get him down here. We'll get him back in line. All right, guys.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12, or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call in tomorrow and ask your neighbor. Or email from our website. It's Ask Your Neighbor. Thanks for listening.